All right, I got a special video for you. I'm going to reveal to you an AI stock investor who's up over 1,000% in his AI stock investments. And I'm going to share with you his latest AI stock investments, the ones he's moving into, and also the AI stocks that he is going against. And that's going to surprise you. So, got that for you. These are some that I definitely think you should take advantage of, be putting some money in yourself. I certainly am. Before we get to that, obviously, you can see that the market is moving up dramatically. We are seeing the Dow up 569, NASDAQ up 610, all moving up because the U.S. and Iran have reached a ceasefire deal. We'll see if that holds, and more on that as we continue to see how what unfolds the rest of the day. Okay, so the individual investor that I've got for you, his name is Leopold Aschenbrenner. Okay. And he manages a hedge fund that has over $20 billion in it. And he is a early AI stock investor. His fund has returned over 1,000+%. And we're going to look at exactly what his fund holds, as well as look at the ones that he is shorting and all that kind of stuff in this video. Okay. His fund is called Situational Awareness Portfolio. And the big one AI stock that he owns that comprises 39% of his portfolio is Nebius. Okay, so we're going to take a look right here. You can see in the graphic here, Nebius is the largest one. Like as I said, 38% plus, owns 12.4 million, value at $2.4 billion as far as how much of his portfolio is in that one. And so that's one that you definitely ought to be aware of. It's one of the leaders. Okay. So we'll come back to this, but I wanted to kind of share with you some of the things that the moves that he is making. So in his latest Q1 2026 filings, we're getting some insight into what he's doing. Now, here's where it's interesting. Okay. So Leopold is actually moving against AI chip makers. He's shorting AI chip makers. Okay. So he 2.4 billion in puts against the Van Eck semiconductor ETF, a 1.5 billion put against Nvidia, $1 billion against Oracle, and $1 billion against Broadcom. He probably did really well with the Broadcom one because that one got hit just recently. All right. So those are the shorts. So essentially look at it this way. I think that what Leopold's seeing specifically in the semiconductor space, maybe he's looking at it, it's been overbought, and he sees that there's, movement down there. All right. Okay. So, he has moved into, and moved some into Iris Energy, which is increasing his long position there. If we take a look at that one right there, that's iron. You see right there. So he's got about $401 million in that. And that one is up about 167%. You can see right here on the right, that's his average buy price, and he's up 167% in iron. So you might want to take a look at iron. Ticker is IREN. Okay. So kind of jumping back over here quickly. He's left a couple of crypto miners, Hut 8, Cypher mining, things of this nature. Now, the long positions that he's maintained, we knew about Nebius, right? Nebius is about 38 to really 39%. But some other notable ones that he is long in is Bloom Energy. I did a video on Bloom Energy just yesterday talking about Bloom. And I think Bloom is one that you ought to definitely look at. And as far as a really good AI stock to be in. Why? Because they are producing and manufacturing energy, electrical production equipment that helps a company bypass the grid. And what I mean by that is that, like, if you look at a lot of these major companies that are doing these AI data centers, a lot of them are actually cutting deals with company like Vistra, which is the largest nuclear power plant manager in the United States. And they're actually building their facilities next door to these huge nuclear plants. But what Bloom does, it allows them to not have to sign some multi-year, big, huge deal with, for example, a Vistra. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's both sides of that, right? But Oracle is one of the bigger companies that does deals with Bloom Energy and things of this nature. Okay, so it's one that you ought to definitely look at. SanDisk is a really good one. If you take a look at SanDisk, I mean, it is up dramatically. So SanDisk is one of Leopold's bigger holdings. And you look, for example, in the last 74 days from this buy alert right here all the way up to here, that's 232%. It's moved up. I think SanDisk is a fantastic one to be looking at. And again, it's kind of backed up, not just my opinion, it's backed up by Leopold. And we can take a look at SanDisk is 18% of the portfolio he owns is in SanDisk, and he's up 930+% in SanDisk. So I think, and again, that he's maintaining that long position as far as what Leopold is doing in that one. So you can see like Nebius, Bloom, SanDisk are the top three ones that he's in right there. You can see that right there. CoreWeave's another one. It's the top four, and then Iron kind of rounds out the top five. Core Scientific, 10%. Applied Digital. Riot is a crypto mining company. That's one. So you can see he's kind of playing in some very specific niches here. Okay, so kind of jumping back real quickly. Yeah, we talked about CoreWeave. So those are the key ones that you might want to take a look at. As far as what I think the really notable ones here are SanDisk, Bloom Energy, excuse me. Those are the big ones. I think Iris Energy is interesting. Iris Energy, if we take a look at, see, I had that one. See, let me look that one up for you. What was that? Iron. Yeah, Iron. Let's take a look at this one. So if we take a look at Iron, it's been right here. You can see it's really kind of been consolidating. So I think that one could be one that you could be getting out before it kind of breaks out. And we can look at what he owns of that one. Iron, he owns 400 plus million. He got into it a little early, so it's 167%. He's up. So Iron's probably the fourth or fifth pick I would take out of this one. I think that the bigger ones are SanDisk, Bloom Energy. If we take a look back over here, Nebius Group, I think that one's a big one. I think Nebius is a huge one that everybody should be in. If we take a look at kind of Nebius's chart, you can see in the last 118 days, it's up 200+%. Just continues to kind of do higher highs and higher lows. Now it's pushed back a little bit when we had all major assets move back down, but you can see it has bounced back up and is continuing to move back up right here. You can see it's up already in the last 5 days. It's about 25+%. So I think Nebius Group is a big one. As far as for that kind of neo cloud computing, I think that sector has been largely ignored, and I think there's a lot of opportunity in this one. Okay, so those are the key ones that I would definitely recommend. And again, just following what Leopold's done, has done some insane returns, and so I think Nebius, Bloom Energy, SanDisk are really good ones, and I think you ought to take a look at those. So hey, so I've in this video I've showed you kind of these buy and sell alerts. That is actually my software, X1 Algo, giving you those buy and sell alerts. So if you're interested in that, like this is SanDisk, you see right here, buy here, sell here, buy, sell, and then buy. 74 days, 232%. If you're interested in using this software, it runs on your iPhone. It runs on it runs on iPhone. It runs on any phone out there, right? The Google phone as well. And it is literally about $1 a day to use it. That's it. Okay. So if you're interested, links in the description below, go try it out. There's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. I mean, this is proof right here. I mean, again, showing you that it works. It's a buy, all these buy and sell alerts. These are literally alerts will just come in and tell you, you set an alert, say, okay, buy SanDisk or sell SanDisk, and boom, it will tell you. It will take all that analytic and all that data and then just give you a very simple alert so that you don't even have to manage it. And it just comes in and tells you when to buy and sell. Locking in that profit for you helps you make even more profit on any of your trades. And that's what it does. Okay. So links are in the description below if you want to try it out. Remember, you have that 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. There's a discount code down there. When you go hit that link, they'll make the prices actually cheaper than you see on the screen here. Okay. Vastly cheaper, where it comes in at about $1.10 a day, $1.10 a day. So try that out. There's live coaching in the members area every week. And there is a private Discord community behind it as well, all for about $1 a day. It's not bad. All right. So give it a look. It's right down there. I'll see you. Go make some money.